This is Chad Warren with CalPortland Company, the Regional Aggregates Manager for Southern California. CalPortland has its roots here on site. It's one of the oldest facilities in the Western United States. Operations began here in the late 1800s with the cement plant. Plant supplied cement to the Hoover Dam. Over the last few years, the cement plant has been idled. However, the aggregate operations have continued on site and actually have been increased in response to a pickup in the market we've been seeing lately. We have a wide variety of equipment from KPI JCI and Astec mobile screens. We have a 3055 jaw crusher in our stationary plant, along with 2 K400 plus cones and 3 screens, multiple conveyors. We've also utilized an impact crusher to process recycled asphalt materials, along with an FT 3055 track-mounted jaw crusher. The 3 primary rock types we have on the facility are limestone, schist, and a granitic type rock. All of those have their various characteristics that make them either conducive or difficult to process. Some tend to make more dust than others. Others are more abrasive. It's an everyday challenge to keep the right blend of those materials in the plant, and the flexibility of the equipment has allowed us to stay ahead of that challenge. The operations here on site are very happy with the recycled asphalt grindings that they're reusing in the operation, and the FT 4250 has made that possible. We were utilizing a different brand before. Once we brought the FT 4250 on site, the production capacity went up immensely. The maintenance and repair on the unit is half of what the other unit was. Blow bar changes can be done in half a day, whereas before it was taking a full day, and that makes a difference when your margins are as tight as ours are. Once we selected the CS 3055 jaw crusher for our primary plant, bringing aboard the FT 3055 track-mounted unit was just a natural choice. Through communication and research, we found that there was no difference. There were no corners cut on the track-mounted unit. It saves us from having to stock different parts. It saves us from having to train the maintenance crews to do 2 different procedures when working on the equipment. And the performance was on par with the stationary unit. To have the ability to move a crusher with that capability around the site to where the material is saves us tremendously on hauling costs, and we're able to take advantage of the capacity of this jaw crusher and take it right to the face of the materials. When we put the FT 3055 in use, we instantly saw up to a 20 to 30% increase in production, and we're able to use larger size rock in the jaw crusher. It tied into the process seamlessly. We did utilize an FT 300 cone crusher to tie in with other track-mounted units, namely the FT 3055, to maintain our production while we're installing the main plant here. And again, along with the FT 3055, we saw an instant increase in production throughput when the FT 300 was introduced to the site. We were able to increase our production at least another 50 to 70 tons per hour over what we had been using, and get our work done in a quicker period of time. And it was a lot less maintenance to keep that plant ready to run every day. I had not used a roller bearing crusher before, and so far, with about 100,000 tons through these 2 crushers, I've been very pleased with the experience so far. We put a number down on paper that we wanted to hit, and we've exceeded that number on all levels of production. These Kodiak crushers are able to just take it all and keep going. You can walk right next to one running at full capacity and have a normal conversation. It's nice and smooth and quiet. You don't hear a lot of chaos going on in the crusher. That gives me the confidence that these crushers are going to last, and I'm not going to be forced to put a lot of man hours into chasing out little things here and there. They're a stout crusher, a solidly designed crusher, and so far I've been very pleased with the roller bearing design. When we first began evaluating our options for the equipment on the Colton facility, we wanted to go with an established equipment line as well as an established local dealer. The first meeting we had with Goodfellow, everything just seemed to click. The first conversations we had with them, we definitely got the feeling that we were going to get the plant that we wanted, not the plant that they wanted to sell us. Goodfellow was Johnny on the spot with getting everything set up. In fact, they were usually right on my heels as I was grading the site. They were very quick in getting everything set up. In the end, we ended up with a plant that was what we were looking for. CalPortland has had a long relationship with KPI JCI and Astec mobile screens. We have an existing wash plant that was installed in 2007, and we were very happy with the performance of this plant. When it came time to select the additional equipment for the increase in the production operations on site, it made sense to look at KPI JCI and Astec mobile screens. They provided the full range of equipment, from the crushing, screening, and conveying equipment that was necessary to get us to the production that we needed. Overall, we were very pleased with the performance of the wash plant. I spent a wonderful week in Yankton in February. Quite a shock to the system coming from Southern California, but it was time well spent. I brought my plant foreman back as well. We had a really great time meeting the personnel there, seeing the equipment built hands-on, and that's something that not every equipment manufacturer is able to provide. I had 3 employees recently attend additional training at the Eugene facility for the cone crushers and screens. They came back with a wealth of knowledge and the confidence to be able to keep our equipment in top condition, and they learned a few things to help optimize our operation. We've already put those in use as we speak. Some of the main differences I've noticed in working with the KPI JCI and Astec mobile screens equipment is it's built very robust. It's built for quarry operations. It's built to take the day in and day out abuse. Everything is designed with a robust nature in mind. There's no corners cut on trying to save weight or make something lighter. What I've seen is everything is built stout and able to handle the day in and day out use that we give it every day here on site.